Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Jamil. I'm going to be talking about a couple of fragrances that I'm going to be wearing in the fall of 2019. And these are my fragrances that like I said, I purchased with my own money. A lot of times, the reason I haven't not put out a video, a review in a long time, I just been working and I'm a family man. I got kids and got a lot of responsibilities. And so yeah, so these going to be my 2019 fall fragrances. Some of them is designer, or some of them is definitely niche. But like I said, these just the fragrance that I'm going to be wearing in 2019. This is not a list that I came up with the last second. This is something that I just actually just been wearing recently within the fall time. So, all right then. So coming with my number 10 fragrance. It's by the House of Bond number 9. This is Andy Warhol with the Face Edition. Yeah, this fragrance right here, I just love this one. You get the nice little blueberry. This is got a little incense in there, got a little oud in there, vanilla. Definitely for the fall. I love fragrance that has that little nice vanilla, and it's definitely a lot of the fragrance that I'm gonna be talking about in the fall that I'm gonna be wearing is gonna definitely gonna have vanilla in this one. This is a great fragrance right here. Not my best of the Bond number 9. I would say Bleecker Street is my favorite, but this one right here is just totally unique. Um, haven't smelled this at all on anybody, and I know it's discontinued, but that's why I actually put this one at number 10. This is Bond number 9, Andy Warhol with the Face Edition. This is a 1.7 mil. All right. Um, yeah, I'm going to be talk about my number 9 fragrance by the House of Valentino. This is Omo Absolute Noir. This is the one with the little gold bottle right here. Um, this is, I think, the last one that they did make. I do own a Valentino Omo Intense, but I actually like this one a little lot more better because I like the incense note that they added incense. This is probably, I would say, like one of my favorite designer fragrances. I mean, my favorite designer house, Valentino Uomo Noir Absolute. This is a great fragrance right here. It has a bit of has some iris in it. I know the iris not listed in the notes, but if you add some incense, some little iris, I do get some type of like a slight orange feel to it. It's like a little slight citrus to it, but I definitely get some cinnamon. Smells good. I'm talking about I'm getting like at least 10 to 12 hours with this one. The projection is definitely beast mode on my skin. And I tend to have dry skin, so man, this lasts forever on me. This is Valentino Uomo Noir Absolute. This coming at my number 9. The next fragrance that I'm gonna be talking about is by the House of Replica, and this is gonna be Jazz Club. I actually purchased this fragrance in the springtime of this. I would say it's like in March. I had actually purchased this fragrance in March. This is definitely good. This is definitely a night out fragrance. You could tell from the juice. You get this tobacco, and it smells real good. It smell like a more like a it's good for a date. But me, heck it, you know what I'm saying? Like I wear this, I don't care if I'm not going on a date. I get tons of compliment with this one. I actually got this a good fairly deal. I actually got this like $70 with box and everything for a presentation. Um, and if you don't know anything about Replica Jazz Club, this is a designer house. A lot of times you can find this fragrance at Sephora. It just smells real good. I'm gonna put this on right now. Man, it's just a excellent fragrance overall. I know it's a lot of reviews done on this fragrance, Replica Jazz Club, but man, this is just good. Yeah, so again, this is at my number 8. This is Replica Jazz Club. Um, Coming at my number seven review is by the House of MFK, and this is Grand Swirl. Now, this is another fragrance that I just recently bought. I bought this fragrance in July. I bought this fragrance as a gift to me, and I love the amber note that's in this fragrance. I actually got this a good deal too as well, and I paid like $130 for this one. I know a rep that who actually sells it, and gave me a good price on this one. This is Grand Snore. Nice amber. Um, they said this one is the night fragrance, and also Petite Matin by MFK is the daytime fragrance. But I actually owns them both, and this one I'm definitely gonna be wearing definitely in the fall time. Had a nice amber. I'm getting excellent longevity with this fragrance. This is definitely well blended. Definitely class. But me, even though that this is the nighttime and the Petite Matin is the daytime, I wear this day and night. I don't really care. I wear this dressed up and I wear this dressed down, and I get a lot of compliment with this one as well. You know, but sometimes it depends on how you dress. I'm not gonna wear no baggy jeans and rock this one. I'm just dressing casual, and great fragrance. Grand Soir by Mason Francis Kirkjohn. Talking about my other fragrance, and this is coming in at number six. And this fragrance right here is by the House of Creed, and this is called Creed Viking. Yeah. Now, Creed Viking, to me, this fragrance is definitely versatile, as definitely as if you was wearing a Ventus. What I get out of this fragrance, I get some mint, I get some lavender, I get a little, I get some citrus that I get in this fragrance as well. Um, this fragrance is definitely my best Creed that I own. I own out, and trust me, I own a lot. I own Jordan Diamanti. I owned Spice and Wood. I own Royal Mayfair, which is my second one. I own Aventus. I own Royal Oud. I owned a lot of fragrance from the House of Creed, and this is by far my best one. This is Creed Viking. Definitely a very, very masculine fragrance. I tend to wear this in the springtime, fall time, even in the wintertime. And that's why, to me, this fragrance is worth the price. Sorry, not retail, but it worth the discount price because I'm getting the longevity with it, and I'm getting 3 seasons out of this fragrance, which is spring, fall, and winter, and it's just a mass appeal fragrance to me. All right, and this is Creed Viking. And by the way, guys, I'm shooting this on my cell phone. Um, so come with my number five, my number five fragrance. It's going to be coming from the House of YSL, and it's going to be Noble Leather. Now, this is Noble Leather, and with this fragrance, will definitely remind you of a lot of other fragrance like Tuscan Leather, Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, Golden Boy by Dueto Parfums, a lot of fragrance, and so on and so on. This fragrance has been, um, Tuscan Leather has been um, re just re just recreated so many times, and a lot of fragrance try to steal that DNA, and so did YSL Noble Leather. But me personally, in my heart, um, I remember when I first bought this fragrance, I got this for $140, and it's crazy with the prices that what it goes on eBay now. It's like $260. I bought this from Notino, which you can't even find them no more. I bought this with the bottle and the box with the whole full presentation. And but the difference from what I'm getting from Tuscan Leather and Noble Leather, with the Noble Leather, I'm getting more wearability. Um, it smell like dry fruits. With the this one I'm getting dry fruits with Tuscan Leather. I'm getting a raspberry note. This is very light on the saffron. It's more of the leather that's put in this fragrance as well. But overall, great fragrance, 10 to 12 plus hours, great projection. Just excellent fragrance overall. Noble 11 YSL. Coming at the another fragrance coming at number 4 by the house of MFK, and this is called Oud. This is the Parfum Extrait version. I never smelled the original one, but I could tell you more about this one. This is definitely a wearable oud. I did smell the oud, a lot of the oud lines. I smell oud satin mood. I smell oud silk mood. I smell cashmere, and I smelled velvet mood. To me, this one was my best oud. This was the Extrait de Parfum oud. What I like about this one, it's all about the oud, but this is a much wearable oud. I mean, if you want to compare this type of oud to Creed Royal Oud, I know people say they don't get the oud in there, but I get a little bit of oud. But with Creed Royal Mayfair, I mean with Creed Royal Oud, I get more of the sandalwood and cedar rather than getting the oud. But there's is some oud in Creed Royal Oud. But with this one, what I'm talking about is MFK oud. I'm getting oud and vanilla, and it's smooth as ice cream. And the the performances with this one is next day, 24 hours, 36 hours, and the dry down is to me is the best part of this fragrance, and I just like this. I actually wore this in a dead heat one time, and I would just get compliments crazy. And but like I said, I don't think I would do that no more. Is because I was getting a little sick, but it would just so I was getting a little sick from it from my nose because the high heat. Um, but like I said, but I was getting compliment with this fragrance, and this is Roy. This is Mason Francis Kurt John Oud, Parfum Extrait. Oh, this fragrance that coming up has been a lot of hype. It took me a while, and I actually blind bought this fragrance. Took me a lot of hype. Took a lot of hype that I smelled. So I bought this on a blind buy. Got this as a good deal as well. I end up buying this. I forget what website that I bought this from. Also, it came with full presentation. I was getting, I was just intrigued just to buy this fragrance. And even though I didn't smell it, it was a blind buy. A lot of my fragrance reviewers was actually was raving about it, talking about how sexy it smelled and everything. But when I first sprayed it, I was like, again, and I said to myself, don't blind buy nothing. And but it ended up working out for me, and I end up liking it in the long run. After for the first initial spray, I wasn't happy with it. The second time that I wore it, I wasn't happy with it, and the third time, I was starting to pay just a little more attention to the fragrance of basically what it was doing. Trying to pick out the notes and break down, dissect everything of what I was smelling and how it would work on my skin. This is by the house of Carner, Barcelona, and this is Elborn. Yes, this is the 1.7 fluid ounce. I ended up paying this. Got this for $100. Great fragrance. Like I said, if I had to grade this fragrance out of 10, I would definitely give it an 8.5. It's not a 10 out of 10 for me, but I do like it because it's one of the fragrances more like a cuddle fragrance. You definitely get vanilla, and it's get kind of it's a little weird a little bit, but but it smells real good. It's one of these things that it's gonna get you to keep coming back, smelling your hand or smelling trying to smell yourself. And but also what I did notice is that I sprayed this on someone else, and then when they walked by, and I say, man, that smells good, and I say, man, this is how I smell, and basically whatever I smelled on him, and this is what I was getting on that. So basically, to me, this fragrance to me it smells old. To me it smells good, but when someone else is wearing it, it smells this awesome. I was getting this a little bit different from it. And by the way, I didn't spray it on their skin. I sprayed it on their clothes. And so yeah, Carlin Barcelona Elbon. You get a lot of vanilla with this fragrance. And like I said, a lot of fall time. I tend to like a fragrance that has vanilla. And coming at number two, by the House of Prada, Prada Luna Rosa Extreme. Yes, this fragrance right here smell a little bit of um, Tom Ford tobacco vanille, but with some citrus, toned down vanilla, um, a little bit of generic. But I actually like this one though. I do like Tom Ford tobacco vanille, but that just not wearable for me. To me, this takes me in that direction of Tom Ford tobacco vanilla, but much a wearable taste and smell. And yeah, so this one right here, I'm getting 9 hours with this fragrance as well. I like to wear this in the fall time or even in the winter time, but I do mostly gear to this fragrance at night. I didn't like wearing this in the daytime, but I do like wearing this at night. And this is by the House of Prada, Luna Rosa Extreme. Oh, that fragrance, Prada Luna Rosa Extreme, is definitely hard to find. Um, I know they discontinued it, then they came back with it. Now it's kind of still kind of hard to find to buy. And talking about my number one, which is kind of still hard to find. I'm sorry, guys. These just the fragrance that I'm going to be wearing by the House of Frappan, 1270. Now this fragrance right here, I'm getting cognac. It's sweet. It's more like a pineapple. Um, Pineapple has some rum, has a little bit of vanilla in there. This just smells good. I would say on the long, I know a lot of time people has longevity issues with Frappan houses, but I will tell you with this one right here, I'm getting like 8 hours. But the projection on my skin is very, very, very minimal, and I'm only getting 2 hours with this fragrance, which I do like about it because it gets very close to the skin, and I would say this is like a perfect date night fragrance, and just great overall. You can't go wrong with this one. To me, this is a 10 out of 10. This is a masterpiece. For what is for what it basically for what it is. Um, yeah, so this will be it for this one right here. This is again my number one Frappan 1270 by the House of Frappan.